In a galaxy far away, the Galactic Council gathered for an important meeting. Representatives from various alien species filled the Grand Hall, their ships hovering outside the massive space station. Bright lights and colorful decorations surrounded them, creating a festive atmosphere. The Council had one goal: to showcase their advanced technology and power. As the meeting started, a tall alien with shimmering blue skin and 3 eyes stepped forward. His name was Zarnok, and he was the leader of the Vraxians, a species known for their incredible ships. Zarnok began to boast, "Today, we will show the galaxy our power. Look at our ships. They can outmaneuver anything, including those old, rusty human ships." The crowd erupted in laughter. The aliens began to share stories about human ships, calling them slow and outdated. One alien, a green-skinned creature with long arms named Griv, chimed in, "Did you see how they ran away from the last battle? They must have been terrified." The laughter grew louder, and the aliens reveled in their mockery. Meanwhile, on Earth, a small group of humans watched the meeting from their own spacecraft. They felt embarrassed and angry as they listened to the aliens make fun of them. Captain Sarah Jennings, a brave leader of the Earth fleet, clenched her fists. "We may not have the most advanced technology, but we are strong and clever," she said to her crew. "We can't let them think we are weak." The crew, filled with a mix of determination and frustration, began brainstorming ways to improve their ships. They gathered in a small workshop surrounded by blueprints and old parts. The humans worked tirelessly, using their creativity and resourcefulness to upgrade their ships. They were inspired by the alien mockery, determined to prove themselves. As days passed, the Galactic Council planned a massive display of power near Earth. Zarnok and the other aliens wanted to demonstrate their strength and show that humans were nothing compared to them. They organized a fleet of advanced ships, ready to showcase their superior technology. Back on Earth, Captain Jennings and her crew prepared for the worst. They knew the aliens would come to show off, but they refused to back down. "We will use our brains and our courage," Captain Jennings said. "Let's turn this challenge into an opportunity. We can surprise them." The humans worked day and night, enhancing their ships with innovative ideas. They installed new weapons and improved their engines, making them faster and more powerful. Each member of the crew contributed, and soon their ships began to look more impressive. They weren't the same old vessels anymore. They were transformed into something special. Finally, the day of the alien display arrived. The Galactic Council fleet entered Earth's orbit, filling the sky with colors and lights. Zarnok stood at the front of his flagship, a magnificent ship that sparkled with technology. He felt confident that this show would end any doubts about the strength of the aliens. The Council's ships formed a massive formation, creating a stunning spectacle. As the aliens prepared to begin their show, the humans gathered in their own ships, watching from a distance. They felt nervous, but they also felt a spark of hope. "We are not just going to watch," Captain Jennings declared. "We will show them who we are." The aliens started their display, showcasing their ship's speed and agility. They zipped through the stars, performing tricks and maneuvers that left the humans in awe. But the humans were not discouraged. They knew their time would come. As the aliens laughed and cheered, the humans quietly activated their new weapons. They had created something unique, a powerful energy weapon that could turn the tide of battle. With a determined look, Captain Jennings knew they were ready. While the aliens mocked the humans prepared for a fight. The stage was set for a confrontation that would change everything. Little did the aliens know their laughter would soon turn to fear. Humans were not to be underestimated, and they were ready to prove it. The day of the grand display had arrived, and the Galactic Council was buzzing with excitement. The massive fleet of alien ships floated majestically in Earth's orbit, ready to impress and intimidate. Zarnok, the leader of the Vraxians, stood proudly on the bridge of his flagship. He surveyed the crowd of alien species gathered around him, their eyes filled with anticipation. "Today, we will show the humans what true power looks like," he declared. As the council members prepared their ships for the demonstration, the atmosphere was thick with confidence. They believed that humans were nothing but a weak and outdated species. "Look at their ships," Griv, the green-skinned alien, mocked. "They'll never be a threat to us. We can crush them easily." On Earth, Captain Sarah Jennings watched the alien fleet from her command ship. She felt a mix of fear and determination. Her crew had worked hard, upgrading their ships with new technology. However, they knew the aliens still had the upper hand. "We have to stay focused," she told her crew. They think we are weak, but we will show them otherwise. The humans gathered on their ships, ready to engage in battle. They had developed a powerful energy weapon that could fire bursts of energy, unlike anything seen before. It was their secret weapon, and they hoped it would be enough to surprise the aliens. Captain Jennings felt the excitement in the air as she prepared to lead her team into battle. As the alien fleet began its display, Zarnok ordered his ships to perform stunning maneuvers. They zipped through space, demonstrating their speed and agility. The aliens cheered and applauded, reveling in their superiority. "This will show those humans!" Zarnok shouted, his voice filled with arrogance. But Captain Jennings had a different plan. She instructed her crew to keep their eyes on the alien ships, waiting for the right moment to strike. "They are underestimating us," she said. "Let them enjoy their show, but we will be ready when they least expect it." The aliens continued their performance, twisting and turning in the darkness of space. They laughed at the thought of humans even trying to compete. Griv pointed at Earth's fleet, shaking his head. "They must be scared," he chuckled. "Look at them just sitting there." As the aliens basked in their self-confidence, Captain Jennings saw her opportunity. "Now," she commanded, her heart racing. The humans activated their new energy weapon, aiming it at the nearest alien ship. In an instant, a bright burst of energy shot out, striking the alien vessel. The aliens were caught off guard. Zarnok's eyes widened in disbelief as he saw one of his ships explode in a brilliant flash of light. "What? How is this possible?" he shouted. The laughter and cheers turned to shouts of alarm as chaos erupted among the alien fleet. The humans pressed their advantage, firing their energy weapons with precision. One by one, the alien ships began to fall, their advanced technology failing against the unexpected human onslaught. The aliens were no longer laughing, they were panicking. "Retreat!" Zarnok yelled, his voice filled with anger and disbelief. The once proud alien fleet turned to flee, scrambling to escape the humans' fierce attack. Captain Jennings felt a rush of adrenaline as she watched the aliens scatter. "We can't let them get away," she shouted to her crew. The humans pursued the retreating aliens, their ships moving with newfound speed and determination. They had turned the tables and were now the hunters. The battle was intense, but the humans fought together, showing their bravery and skill. As the last of the alien ships escaped into the depths of space, Captain Jennings and her crew cheered. They had done what many thought was impossible. The aliens had underestimated them, and now they were left in shock. Word of the human victory spread quickly through the galaxy. Other alien species watched in awe and disbelief. The humans had proven they were not to be taken lightly. Captain Jennings knew this was just the beginning. The Galactic Council had made a mistake, and they would soon realize that humanity was a force to be reckoned with. After their stunning victory, the humans celebrated in their ships. Captain Sarah Jennings stood on the bridge of her command ship, a proud smile on her face. Her crew cheered, high-fiving each other and sharing stories of their success. They had shocked the Galactic Council, proving that humans were not to be underestimated. However, deep down, Captain Jennings knew the fight was far from over. Meanwhile, in the depths of space, the Galactic Council was in chaos. Zarnok and the other alien leaders gathered to discuss the unexpected defeat. They were furious. "How could this happen?" Zarnok shouted, his voice echoing in the chamber. "We are the most advanced species in the galaxy. We laughed at the humans, and now we have lost to them." Griv, still shaken by the battle, spoke up. "They used a weapon we didn't expect. We need to learn more about their technology and strategy. We cannot let them win again." The council members nodded in agreement. They were determined to come back stronger. Back on Earth, Captain Jennings and her crew analyzed the battle. They studied their new energy weapon and how it had caught the aliens off guard. "We did well, but we can't become complacent," she warned. "The aliens will not take this defeat lightly. They will come back for revenge." As expected, the Galactic Council worked day and night to improve their ships and develop new strategies. They created a secret weapon of their own, a powerful disruptor that could disable the human ship's systems. Zarnok was determined to ensure that this time, the humans would not have the upper hand. "We will surprise them," he declared. "We will show them the true power of the Galactic Council." Days turned into weeks, and the tension in space grew. Captain Jennings and her crew continued to train and prepare for the next encounter. They shared ideas and worked together, determined to stay one step ahead of the aliens. "We need to be ready for anything," Captain Jennings told them. "We cannot underestimate them again." Finally, the day came when the Galactic Council launched a counterattack. Their fleet, now equipped with advanced weapons and new technology, headed toward Earth. Zarnok felt confident as he led his ships into battle. "This time we will destroy their fleet," he shouted to his crew. The aliens were eager to reclaim their honor and prove their superiority. As the alien fleet approached Earth, Captain Jennings received the warning. "They are coming!" a crew member shouted. The humans quickly prepared for battle. Captain Jennings gathered her crew on the bridge. "We have already beaten them once, and we can do it again. Stay focused, and we will protect our home." The alien ships entered Earth's orbit, their dark silhouettes blocking the stars. Zarnok gave the order to attack, and the disruptor weapons fired, sending waves of energy toward the human fleet. The humans fought bravely, but the new alien weapons quickly disabled many of their ships. Captain Jennings watched in horror as some of her crew members struggled to maintain control. "Stay strong!" she yelled, trying to inspire them despite the chaos. "We can adapt and find a way to fight back." Just when it seemed all hope was lost, one of the crew members had an idea. "Captain, what if we use our ship's mobility against them? We can outmaneuver their disruptor blasts." Captain Jennings nodded, seeing the glimmer of hope. "Yes, let's do it." The humans quickly adjusted their tactics, using their ship's agility to dodge the alien attacks. They moved in tight formations, weaving through the enemy fire. The aliens were caught off guard once again, struggling to target the fast-moving human ships. With renewed determination, the humans launched their energy weapons once more. Bright bursts of energy flew from their ships, striking the alien vessels and causing massive explosions. Zarnok shouted in frustration as his fleet began to fall. "Retreat! We must regroup," he ordered. The humans pressed their advantage, chasing the fleeing alien ships. Captain Jennings felt a surge of hope as they pushed the enemy back. "We can win this!" she exclaimed to her crew. The tide had turned, and the humans had once again proven their strength against overwhelming odds. In the aftermath of the battle, the Galactic Council was left reeling. The humans had shown that they were not just a minor species in the galaxy, they were a formidable force. Captain Jennings knew that this was only the beginning, and the fight for Earth was far from over. But for now, they had claimed victory, and the galaxy was watching. The battle was over, and the humans celebrated their hard-fought victory. Captain Sarah Jennings stood on the bridge of her command ship, watching the stars twinkle in the distance. The crew cheered and hugged each other, filled with joy and relief. They had faced overwhelming odds and come out on top. But even in their happiness, a sense of unease lingered in the air. "Captain, we did it!" exclaimed Lieutenant Mark, a young officer who had shown great bravery during the battle. "We actually pushed them back!" The rest of the crew nodded in agreement, their eyes shining with pride. "Yes, we did," Captain Jennings replied, trying to share in their excitement. "But we must remember that the Galactic Council will not forget this defeat. They will come back, and we need to be ready." Her voice was calm, but her mind was racing with thoughts about what might happen next. As the crew continued to celebrate, they received a transmission from Earth. The news was filled with reports of their victory, and the human spirit soared. People around the globe watched the events unfold, cheering for their brave soldiers in space. The media hailed Captain Jennings as a hero, calling her the defender of Earth. But the captain knew that a hero's work is never done. She called for a meeting with her senior officers. They gathered in the conference room, ready to discuss their next steps. "We've shown that we can win," Captain Jennings began, her voice steady, "but we need to prepare for the next fight. The Galactic Council will be angry, and they will come back stronger than before." Alex continued, "We have many ideas to share. We can create things together, share knowledge, and learn from each other. This competition should not just be about who is stronger, but about what we can build together." The council members hesitated, but something in Alex's words struck a chord. They had witnessed the potential of human creativity and resourcefulness. Perhaps it was time to explore the possibilities rather than focus solely on power. "Very well," Torak said slowly, his eyes narrowing with thought. "Let us see what you propose. A test of collaboration could be interesting." As they began discussing the new challenge, Alex felt a wave of hope wash over him. This was an opportunity to build a bridge between their worlds. The humans and aliens set to work, forming teams that combined their strengths. They would design a device that could help both species. In the following hours, laughter filled the arena as humans and aliens worked side by side. They exchanged ideas, knowledge, and even jokes. The atmosphere transformed from one of competition to one of cooperation. The initial distrust between them began to fade, replaced by a sense of camaraderie. Lyra and Alex found themselves working closely. She was amazed at how resourceful the humans could be, using simple materials to create effective solutions. "You humans think differently," she remarked, impressed. "It's refreshing." Alex smiled, feeling a connection growing. "We all have something to learn from each other. That's what makes us stronger," he replied, enthusiasm lighting up his eyes. As the day went on, the teams presented their inventions. They created devices that could filter water and harness energy. Each innovation was met with applause and cheers. The council members were visibly impressed, their earlier hostility replaced by admiration. Finally, when it was time for the council to announce the winner, Torak stood up. "Today we have witnessed something remarkable," he began, his voice resonating through the arena. "Not only have the humans shown their skill in combat, but they have also demonstrated their ability to innovate and work with us. This is a lesson for us all." The crowd erupted into cheers, not just for the humans, but for the unity they had created. Zarnak, once so arrogant, now looked thoughtful. The council was beginning to see humanity not just as an antique species, but as a valuable ally. As Alex looked around, he felt a sense of accomplishment. They had started a journey of understanding and cooperation, and he believed it could lead to something great. This change of heart was only the beginning, and he was ready to explore the future alongside their newfound friends. The atmosphere in the arena buzzed with excitement and a new sense of unity. Humans and aliens had come together, creating inventions that showcased their strengths. But as the council meeting wrapped up, Alex could feel a shift in the mood. Despite the cooperation, Zarnak's eyes still glinted with resentment. He was not ready to accept humanity as equals. As the crowd dispersed, Zarnak approached Torak, whispering furiously, "You cannot let them think they can challenge us. We are the most powerful species in the galaxy." His voice was filled with frustration, but Torak remained calm. "Perhaps," Torak replied, "but strength alone is not what defines us. We have learned much today." Zarnak shook his head, refusing to accept that humans had anything of value to offer. That night, while the humans celebrated their success, Alex gathered his team. "We need to stay alert," he warned. "Zarnak and some council members may still have plans to undermine us. We've made progress, but the threat isn't gone yet." The humans discussed strategies and shared ideas. They had gained respect, but it was clear that they needed to prove themselves further. They had shown their creativity, but now they had to demonstrate their strength once again. The following day, the council announced a new round of competition. This time, they were to engage in a tactical battle simulation. The aliens wanted to see if humanity could handle pressure when it counted the most. Alex felt a mix of excitement and dread. They had to show their worth without letting the council's underlying hostility affect them. As the simulation began, Alex stood with his team, facing their alien opponents. The alien technology was advanced, but the humans had learned from their previous encounters. They had practiced and developed new tactics, blending their creativity with the strategies they had studied. The simulation arena was vast, filled with obstacles and hidden traps. Alex took charge, leading his team through the terrain. "Stay sharp," he shouted. "Use what we learned. We know how to adapt." The battle began, and the aliens launched their first attack. Plasma blasts whizzed past the humans, striking the barriers they took cover behind. Alex felt the adrenaline surge through him as he shouted instructions, directing his team to move and fire. They worked together seamlessly, each member playing a vital role. Suddenly, Zarnak's team unleashed a surprise attack, trying to overwhelm the humans with sheer numbers. "Don't let them surround us!" Alex shouted as he spotted a weak point in their formation. "Flank them from the left!" The humans quickly repositioned, executing their plan with precision. They caught the aliens off guard, hitting them with a combination of coordinated shots and strategic moves. Alex felt a rush of pride as his team worked together, demonstrating their ability to think on their feet. But Zarnak wasn't finished. He signaled for his team to use a hidden weapon, a powerful energy blast designed to wipe out multiple targets at once. Alex saw the energy build up and realized they needed to act fast. "Fall back! Move now!" he yelled, leading his team away from the blast zone just in time. The energy shot exploded, illuminating the arena and sending debris flying. The humans watched in awe and fear, knowing that the aliens would stop at nothing to win. As the dust settled, the humans regrouped. They were not only fighting for victory, but also for respect. "We can't give up," Alex said, his voice filled with determination. "Let's show them what we're made of!" With renewed energy, the humans counterattacked. They had learned from every move the aliens made, adapting and improving their tactics. They worked as a unit, dodging blasts and returning fire. The tide began to turn once again, and the crowd erupted in cheers for the humans. Despite their initial confidence, the aliens started to falter. Zarnak, frustrated and enraged, yelled at his team to fight harder. But the humans were relentless. They had transformed from underdogs to fierce competitors, and the aliens realized they had underestimated them yet again. In a final push, Alex and his team launched a coordinated strike that caught the aliens by surprise. One by one, they took down Zarnak's team, leaving him standing alone. The crowd roared, and the council members exchanged nervous glances. Finally, with a triumphant shout, Alex declared, "This is for humanity!" He fired the last shot that hit Zarnak's shield, causing it to shatter. The aliens were defeated, and the humans had fought back with courage and teamwork. As the simulation ended, the humans stood tall, breathing heavily but filled with pride. They had not only won the battle, but had also shown the council that they were more than just an antique species. They were warriors, innovators, and most importantly, they were ready to stand their ground. Alex looked around at his team, and in that moment, he knew they had changed the perception of humanity in the galaxy. The fight was far from over, but they had proven that they could hold their own. They would not be dismissed or laughed at any longer.